Hello friends, I'm Miss Stephanie.
And I'm Miss Lil.
And we're from the Steele Memorial Library, a branch of the Wayne County Public Library, and we are here today to share some songs and stories with you.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're going to start with our Storytime song. Are you ready, Miss Lil?
I'm ready.
Okay. Storytime is starting, clap your hands. Storytime is starting, clap your hands. Storytime's begun, I hope that you have fun. Storytime is starting, clap your hands. All right, well, it's spring.
It is spring. And it's a beautiful day out there today.
It is. I'm enjoying all the flowers
Yep.
and the sunshine and the warm weather is nice.
Not so much the pollen, but
Oh, this is true.
but we have to have it.
Yeah, exactly. So what else do we think about in the springtime? What do we start to see?
I don't know, but we can see what's in our box.
Oh,
Maybe that'll be
okay.
a hint.
Yeah.
Loud.
Mhm.
All right, let's
Move
see.
it in there.
Something is. Oh my goodness. They move all right. Look what this is.
Oh, nice.
And this is my fave.
Oh,
Can't get them on good, but
butterflies and ladybugs.
So, bugs,
Bugs,
insects.
insects.
We
yeah.
see a lot of those in the spring,
Mhm.
don't we?
We do, yep.
And they're helping with that pollen, some
That's right.
bees and that. We have to
Mhm.
have it, even though my sinuses don't like it.
Yeah, I know. Some people are allergic to bee stings too, so you have to be kind of careful when
Yeah.
you get out there around the bugs.
Yep.
But
But
yeah,
usually if you leave them alone, they leave you alone.
That's
That's my
right.
policy.
That's right. And they're important
That's
to
right.
our flowers and our plants. You
Yeah.
can't have apples without bees moving the
Mhm.
pollen around and
Yep.
making the apples. So there's a lot of good things about bugs. So we're going to read a couple books today about bugs. And the first one is called I Love Bugs.
Ooh.
Mhm. And it's by Emma Dodd, and it's published by Holiday House. I Love Bugs by Emma Dodd and published by Holiday House. I love all bugs, big and small bugs. I love springy, jumpy, leapy bugs and slimy, crawly, creepy bugs. I love hard, spiny, spiky bugs and pretty, spotty, shiny bugs. I love fuzzy, sunny honey bugs and furry, worry, funny bugs. I love brightly colored wing bugs and stripy, swipey sting bugs. I love whiny, buzzy sound bugs and glide along the ground bugs. I love flouncy, frilly flutter bugs and silly clitter clutter bugs. I love fly around the light bugs and curl up tight bugs. Yes, I love all bugs, hop and fly and crawl bugs. But the best bugs are hairy bugs, eight-legged scary bugs. The hang from the ceiling bugs. And send me squealing bugs.
That is definitely a lot of bugs.
Lots of different kinds of bugs in that book, huh?
I don't know if I love them all, but it's a lot of bugs.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got a song to share with you guys because there's some different things that determine what a bug is,
Yeah.
right, Miss Lil? Because not every bug, I guess we could say, is an insect.
That's right.
Because spiders are
I
not
know.
insects. They have different things about them that insects don't have because spiders have 8 legs,
Yep.
right?
And insects have
6 legs. So they're kind of the same. I kind of put them in the same category of
Most people
bug.
do. Most
Yeah.
people do.
But they're not insects.
Right.
Insects are a little bit different. So we're going to sing a song about insects that'll tell you how to decide what an insect is. And you can look at them when you get them outside and check them out. So our song is to the tune of London Bridge, and it goes like this. Head and thorax, abdomen, abdomen, abdomen. Head and thorax, abdomen, that's an insect. Every insect has 6 legs, has 6 legs, has 6 legs. Every insect has 6 legs, that's an insect. Antenna to feel their way, feel their way, feel their way. Antenna to feel their way, that's an insect. That's right. So,
Thorax is a big word.
it is.
I used to tell my kids in preschool that was the motor part, because
The
that's where their
motor.
legs are attached.
Uh-huh.
If they have wings, that's where they're attached.
Mhm.
That's how they move.
Yeah, so they just have 3 body parts.
Yep, 3
Head,
body parts.
thorax, abdomen. They have 6 legs, and they have antenna that kind of help them feel, because I don't think they can probably see very well.
Yeah, so it's kind
So
of helps
they-
their eyes.
Yeah, so it helps them feel which direction they're going, and
Yeah.
when they run into something, they can feel it with
Yeah.
their antenna.
And those are kind of the creepy things to me.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
All right, so we're going to talk about the next book about an insect that's very important for our food and that, and it's called The Very Greedy Bee by Steve Smallman, and the publisher is Tiger Tales. The Very Greedy Bee by Steve Smallman and illustrated by Jack Tickle, and the publisher is Tiger Tales. In a busy, buzzy beehive lived a very greedy bee. All the other bees worked hard, making honey and cleaning the hive, but the greedy bee spent all day gobbling pollen and guzzling nectar. Slurp, slurp, burp, slurp, slurp, burp. The greedy bee wouldn't share his nectar with anyone. He wouldn't even let a tired ladybug sit on his flower. "Find your own flower," he shouted. "This one is mine. Eek, mine." And when one day the greedy bee found a meadow full of the biggest, juiciest flowers he had ever seen, he decided not to tell anyone. "Yummy," he buzzed. "Lots and lots of flowers, and they're all for me. Wow!" The greedy bee whizzed and bizzed from flower to flower, slurping and burping and growing fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. At last his tummy was full, and he settled down on a big pink flower in the warm yellow sunshine and fell asleep. Bzzz. When the greedy bee woke up, it was dark. He tried to fly, but his tummy was so roly and poly that biff, bang, thump, he went down instead of up and crashed, biff, bang, thump, to the ground. "I'm scared," cried the greedy bee, "and I don't know how to get home." Then he saw 2 glowing eyes in the long grass. "Eek!" he cried. "A monster is coming to eat me." But it wasn't a monster. It was 2 friendly fireflies, their bottoms glowing in the dark. "What's wrong?" they asked. "I'm too full to fly," wailed the greedy bee, "and I can't walk home in the dark." "Follow us," said the fireflies, and they all set off on the long, long journey home. Through forest of flowers and squishy mud, over the hills and under the stars, trudged the greedy bee. He had never walked so far, and he was very tired. "Nearly there," called the fireflies. Then they heard the whoosh of rushing water. "I'm almost home," cried the greedy bee excitedly. "It's the stream." And it was, but his hive was on the other side of it. "Oh, no," said the greedy bee, sadly flopping down on the grass. "How will I ever get across?" "We'll help you," said a tiny ant with a big leaf. The ant and his friends flipped the big leaf into the water. "Jump on," they cried. Helped by the fireflies, the greedy bee and the ants made their way, splishing and splashing, to the other side of the stream. Hooray, I'm home, cried the greedy bee. Where have you been? Asked the other bees. I overslurped, said the greedy bee. I would never have made it home if my new friends hadn't been so kind. Now I'm going to share my best honey with them. Would you like some too? Yes, said the other bees. Let's have a party. Everyone enjoyed a midnight feast of yummy, runny honey, all except for one very sleepy, very happy, but not so greedy bee.
That's such a cute book.
I like that book.
It is. Yeah.
And bees are important.
They are very important. Yep. And there's lots of different kinds of bees.
There
too.
is.
Mhm. All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, and go outside and look for some insects.
That's right.
Yeah. Have a great day. Bye
Bye.
bye.